What's good, man? Black Ham, Cass, what's good, man? Yeah, that was a great fight, man. That was a great evening. What's going on, Sal? Sal, your brown brother ain't going to get the fight, man, according to Bob Arum. Bob Arum say he ain't negotiating, man. He ain't negotiating. What's going on, Jody? How you feeling? I'm just going to do like a little hour real quick, man. Get a little, have a little boxing conversation before I watch these playoffs in about guess the NBA playoffs happen in a minute. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, man. That would be much appreciated. Ryan Kirkendale, what's good? He said, finally caught up. What's up, Fanon? Keep putting out great content. Hey, man, I'm trying, man. Belly Rose. Hey, Beverly, look, we're going to do a video for Beverly Rose, man. Beverly Rose and I are going to do a video. We got a new cause. I'm gonna link a GoFundMe account to my page for the videos that we do. It might be a series of videos where we talk boxing, get a very intelligent female's perspective on boxing, and hope you guys can support a cause that she's raising money for. She's coming off an injury, trying to get back to work, and I'm gonna stand behind her, try to get her to the goal that she has. So yeah, that's my girl. We're gonna try to make that happen. Cass said, Fanon, you hit 12,000 subs quick. Yeah, it was good. It's quicker than I thought I was, man. It's about 2,000 more than I thought I'd have at this point in time. So, yeah, Beverly Rose, I don't think she does videos yet. Well, I'll let her answer that. But we're going to get her on that video making tip, dude. No doubt about it. Yes, absolutely, Beverly, we're going to make it happen. Thomas Moreland said, I'm watching. What's good, Thomas Moreland? Rashid Town, somebody tell me why ESPN wouldn't stop saying Lomo pound for pound king, because they have a pound for pound list, man. They have a pound for pound list, and that's the fighter that they're selling on their network. Which is what it is. But hey, man, at this point, people just got to give Tim Bradley says Crawford. They call him biased, pretty much shut him up without saying why he isn't or why he's king. Oh, did Tim Bradley call him the pound for pound, called Terrence Crawford the pound for pound king? Look, man. See, I like what Blood Boxing just put out. He put out a video, man. Check out Blood Boxing's channel, man. And he did it. He said it. He said it after I thought it. I hadn't talked to him. But seriously, we got to stop. We can't let these cats take Lomachenko from real boxing fans. Vasily Lomachenko is a very, very good fighter. That dude is putting in work. And at this point in time, I want to give him the credit that's due to him. And I've always really tried to find a way where I could give him his credit, but not buy into the bullshit that these cats, sell. And you know who I'm talking about. But I think that if you start giving Lomachenko credit, they might go away. Because honestly, I think some of these people a lot of them just support Lomachenko because they think that the supporters of fighters like Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather and all the other fighters that they are sick of seeing win, they just want to find some type of anti-hero. And if we don't let the anti-hero be an anti-hero, then they got to go find somebody else. The truth of the matter is, I agree with you, Saul. Said Fanon, he was exposed. Lomo, he's okay, but he's not great. I mean, he's just outside of his weight class. You know what I mean? They're just he's outside of his weight class. And in boxing, the higher you go up, the more likely that your shit you're doing is going to get exposed. So he started at the same weight class as Floyd Mayweather, right? He started at 126. I think Floyd started at 126 as well. He might have started at 130, but I think he fought at 126. He's not going to 147 pounds. He's not going to 140 pounds. It really does take a legendary type fighter to go up that high, unless they're blatantly popping something or they start real early. Lomachenko started as a full grown man. So it's not like he's got a couple boyhood weight classes, For 9, I was shocked when Lomo got knocked down. Were you? Yeah, I was, absolutely. I mean, I was not shocked because seriously, man, I'm not shocked when somebody gets knocked down. Like, I don't think it could ever happen. But yeah, I mean, he's fighting in a big weight class and he got caught and he went down. But like I did a video earlier, and I'll say it again. I think the fact that he got up and he won the fight speaks volumes for him. You know what I mean? Beverly Rose says they want us to hate him so that they have a reason to hurl racial slurs at us, or hate. Yeah, they want us to hate him, so they have reasons. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I agree 100%. So, hey man, give the dude his credit, and it'll just default. It'll just diffuse all that. But most importantly, the cat deserves credit for being a real good fighter, man. But he is at 135 pounds. He's out of his weight class. And it will take some really special skill for him to beat anybody in 140 pounds. Any cat in the top 5 in 140 pounds is going to beat him. I mean, maybe he can beat Sergey Lipinets, but that's a maybe. Maybe he beats Lipinets, but he's not going to get up to 140. And I'm telling you, Mikey Garcia is going to stop him, dude. That's my feeling, and I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say it. But I mean, I don't think he beats Mikey Garcia at all. And there's a chance Mikey Garcia might stop him. Because Mikey Garcia has a camp that is he has the better camp. He has the better coaches. It's not just the fighter, right? It's the camp. And if Mikey Garcia, the big telltale sign I mean, I see you, Black Ham TV or TKO Lipinets. He could. Excuse me. Yeah, he could. I mean, but I don't consider. I think Lipinets is what 14-0 or something. He is not. I'm going to tell you, he ain't going to beat at 140. He ain't beating Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor will beat the dog piss out of him because he's too big. Oh, Kid, what's going on, Kid Mid? He said that dude they fought, Ali, is not a natural 154. There's no way in the hell. He's way too big. No, he's a 168 pounder. Hey, Kid Mid, I'm going to make you a moderator, man. Just because I'm sorry, I really do apologize for you having been blocking me, having to go out of my way to get that shit. Fanon, Tank can beat him in about 2 more fights. Yeah, I think so. Definitely, if he can beat him in 2 more fights, if Lomachenko gets to be 30 in 3 years, it's a wrap. He can't keep that up. He can't keep up that style at 33 years old. He's got to sit down on his punches. Struggle boxing. Poirgrade, Lenoris would be a good scrap while it lasts. Regis Poirgrade knock him out, dude. He'd hurt him, dude. I'm telling you flat out. There's no way. There's a way, but I'd put $1,000. I would put $1,000 on Poirgrade over Lomachenko because I need a $20,000 payday. He's too big, man. He's too big. He fights in the pocket. He likes to slug. Lomachenko can't hurt him. He's seen Lomachenko fight multiple times. His camp will. That's the only thing. Sal Gutierrez said, Fanon, Lomo can be wore out by body shots. Yeah. And unorthodox punchers. Dudes who are willing to take punches and don't care. At least I think that's what got Orlando Salido there, man. But, I just don't want to take too much of the dude's credit away from him because he's fighting in a weight class that's too big for him. And I don't want to be hypocritical. When I see Guillermo Rigondeaux fight pretty much his whole career at a weight class where everybody's too big for him, but he can win fights like that because he's so skilled. Lomachenko, I thought Lomachenko was a natural 135 pounder. He's probably his best weight is 130 pounds. 135 pounds, or I guess his natural weight is 135 pounds, but he's just not very strong. And you got guys who are probably natural 140 pounders fighting him. some guys who could be fighting, you know, could be journeymen at 147 who were fighting at 135, 140. I mean, Ray Beltran, man. I think that's the next fight that's going to happen is Ray Beltran. But man, I just don't. He looked chubby. He kind of to me looked just like Mikey Garcia looked against how Mikey Garcia looked against Sergey Lipinets. Like he's in a weight class a little bit too high. Brandon said 1, 2. Zzz. I don't get it, man. Who's going to sleep? Am I putting you to sleep? I don't get it. Brandon, let me know. Landreth, let me know what you're talking about. Because if I'm putting you to sleep, dude, hey man, you know, there's basketball on. Tito Carlisle, Ray Beltran will lose. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't think Ray Beltran's very good. He lost to he lost to Flores. In my opinion, he shouldn't even have the belt. Kid Mid says Tank won't beat Lomachenko. I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you this. Hey, man, that dude, Gervonta Davis, it's like I'm stuck, man. I want to give Lomachenko as much credit as I believe that because he's a damn good fighter. Man, he's a good fighter, man. He really, really is. I'm actually going to send some invites out on this, man, and make this a little bit more of a panel. I know it's Mother's Day, but we'll see. Nah, I guess I won't, man. I'll leave people alone on their Mother's Day. I'm gonna be on here for a little while, man. I wanted to make sure. Yeah, Bo ones. Absolutely, man. Dude's got natural power, and I think Tank is gonna move up to 135. I wouldn't. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. That I'll tell you this. I think. Let's put it this way. I think Gervonta Davis stops Jorge Linares. I'm just not big on him. I don't think Jorge Linares is all that, man. Malik Omar said, salute Fanon. It is what it is. He's a good fighter. Yeah, pretty much. He is what he is. I mean, you can't take it away from him. Dude can fight, man. You know? So I'm not on the other side. I'm not gonna say I'm on the other side of that, man. You know what I mean? Anthony Wade, man. Shout out in the super chat, man. Thanks for supporting the cause. He says Linares was going life and death with Luke Campbell and Anthony Corolla a couple fights ago. Yeah, man. And the dude, and he got knocked out several times. This is his 4th time he got knocked out. So, I mean, it is what it is with him, but still, I don't think this is Lomachenko's weight class. I just don't think it's his weight class. I think he's small for this weight. He's short armed, slow for this weight class. Not slow, but small for the weight class. And the fact that he has to stay in the pocket to fight at this weight class against guys that are coming up from higher weights, that shit isn't going to bode well, man. You can't stay there with Mikey. Mikey will hurt him. If Mikey hit him with that shit, that he got hit with Linares, he's not only is he going to go down, Mikey Garcia is going to jump on him again, and it's just going to be ugly, man, because Mikey can fight going backwards. Mikey can fight going forwards. Mikey is nice, man. Mikey is nice. And it'll be for me, it's a battle of guys that, hey, man, I wasn't convinced on Mikey till Mikey proved it. Same thing with Lomachenko. I ain't convinced. I'm not going to be convinced with anybody until they prove it. Malik Omar, man, shout out in the super chat, man. Thank you for supporting these cats. Man, we took these kids to the zoo the other day. Man, you would have never thought that kids like that, like if you stereotype kids, that these would be the type of kids that want to feed grass to goats, you know. But man, they loved it, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. So thank you for supporting, man. We're gonna take these kids out next week too. Sal says Mikey gonna beat Bunny, then Lomo, then retired undefeated. What you think, Fanon? It could have. Yeah, that's a path that's very realistic for him. Usually I'd be like, Sal, you talking shit, but no, he could do that. Depends on how much money he's getting. If he gets a good payday, yeah. But he needs to stay. But Mikey needs to stay. In my opinion, Mikey needs to stay away from 147, like Lomachenko needs to stay away from 140, man. That's my take. They need to stay away from that because size matters, man. Size matters. And when you start getting in there with dudes that are just bigger than you, Dog. Hey, I took some kids out. To play, like the kids that we took out to the game. I'm telling you, we got kids that are just the kids we support on the channel. We support these kids. These are kids that without a doubt are going to get college scholarships for basketball or the sport that they do. But it's just whether or not they're going to have the grades and whether or not they're going to have the family situation where they don't get into any type of dumb shit that might put them in prison, instead of getting them to college or, whatever they want to, whatever they even trade school shit. We'll be cool. I'm cool with you going to trade school. You want to be an electrician, be an electrician. It's all good. You know what I mean? Just get your ass through high school. If sports aren't going to pay for college, well, then sports can be what keeps you focused until you get into electrical school, whatever it is. But I mean, these kids are the type of talent that, like, Sal, yes, if I agree. Lomachenko 135 kind of shaky. Yeah, he's not a 135 pounder, man. He's not 135. And Bob Arum said that he's not even negotiating. He's like, this fight with Mikey Garcia, it might take, it'll be like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather 2. It's just going to be too long. I'm not going to, but then I thought to myself, oh, he said what he meant. This is going to be Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather 2. As in, you put your fucking dude in there against this cat and your cat gets beat. Period. When he said that he thinks this will be another Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, I think it has as much to do with how hard the negotiations are to make as much as it had to do with the fact that, Mikey's too big. Mikey is a big, strong 135. A world-class, big, strong 135. He don't want that, dog. Oh, Thomas McShane says trade school is actually a great idea. No one wants to do that work anymore, but it pays. I wish I did. Oh, yeah, man. Trade school is a motherfucker, dude. No doubt about it. Learn how to do some HVAC work. Shit, you gonna eat. You know what I mean? You gonna eat. No doubt about it, man. Hell yeah, absolutely it is, man. You go somewhere where you can hopefully get a retirement out of it. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not big. I've gone to college. I was in college forever. My wife was in college forever. And there are people that are electricians that went to trade schools and make just as much money, less debt, and it's something that you need to do, man. I mean, it's something that people need to buy on a regular basis. So trade school's not a bad deal at all. People blow up this idea of, oh, I want to be college degree. You're going to be nothing unless you're a college degree. That's not true. You know what I mean? Oh, you need something where you can earn money on a day-to-day basis. That's what you need. Beverly Rose. Oh, that's not to me. CMHJ, my man J Dog said you need a degree and a trade these days. Yeah. I mean, I think you just need to know how to do something. I just think you need to do something where you can earn a living on a day-to-day basis, man. If you need to walk up and walk out the house and earn some money, you can do it. At the end of the day, that's the purpose of it. If you want to read books, shit, you can go to the library and read a book. But you should be able to walk out the house and say, shit, how much money do I need to make today? I want to make $1,000 a day. If you can do something where you can get paid $1,000 a day, shit, you're good. If you can do something where you can get paid $500 a day, you're good. If you can make if you can do something where you can make $100 a day, you'll feed yourself. That's what I think it is. But it's a skill that does it. What college does is college just pretty much just lets you know, it vouches for you. It vouches that you have the ability to do something. Trade school, though, actually teaches you how to do something for sure. You walk out, you know how to wire a house. You know what I mean? You know how to build a deck. You know how to build a porch. You know how to side a house. You know how to rebuild a roof. That's good work, man. I mean, that's work. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. People, that's my thought on it. Anyway, man, my man, I saw you earlier, man. Sal said, what do you think about Munguia? Oh, man, I had like into the middle of the morning discussion about Munguia. Man, Oscar De La Hoya signed Munguia. He fucked Saddam Ali over by putting him in the ring with that dude, man. They knew. That is a matchmaker classic out of Oscar De La Hoya. They knew that dude. That was a ridiculous mismatch. Please tell me if anybody's. When is the last time you've seen a championship fight be that big a mismatch? Where a guy wins his first belt and it's that big a mismatch. Well, I guess Anthony Joshua, Charles Martin. Maybe Anthony Joshua, Charles Martin might have been a case. But I was thinking, like, who did Mike Tyson? I got to go to see who Mike Tyson. I'm not saying this dude's Mike Tyson, but who did Mike Tyson win for his first belt, dude? That kid had no chance. The matchmakers knew Saddam Ali had no chance. Golden Boy knew the dude had no chance. And pretty much what happened with Saddam Ali is the Golden Boy more than likely didn't think Saddam Ali was going to beat Miguel Cotto. So he beat Miguel Cotto, retired Miguel Cotto on his last belt, and they passed the belt. Man, they might have known this. Let me look at this record. They passed. It seems to me, in retrospect, that they passed the belt from Cotto to Saddam Ali, and they just now passed the belt from Saddam Ali to Munguia. Classic promoter matchmakership. Like, all right, Canelo, Cotto's done. Saddam Ali should be able to box his way against a guy that's naturally smaller and is done, and he'll win the belt. And then once he gets the belt, then it's like you find some young kid out of Mexico to fight at 154 pounds when he probably should be at 168. I'm telling you, I don't even think that dude's 168 pounds. I don't even think he's 160 pounder. I think he's 168 pounder. And you let him knock out Saddam Ali. That dude couldn't take a jab from that kid, man. Classic, dude. Great. Hey, that's what promoters do, though. For now, hey, Marlo's Corner, what's good, my man? How you feeling, man? That was so much fun last night, man. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't stayed up talking boxing to 2 a.m. ever. But last night, that was like, hey, y'all subscribe to my man Marlo's channel. Marlo's Corner, man. He's got a good channel. He's just really starting to kick off. Dude, definitely, man. Get that dude a holler. Marlo's Corner on YouTube. Support, get this cat a couple more channels, get him like 50. Let's see if we can get him. We only got 63 people on here on Mother's Day, but let's see if we can get this man some subscribers. Please check his channel out, subscribe, like out, build up his numbers, man, and let people know that this cat's out here talking boxing. What his big thing is, he's got great panels. He had the boxing clinic in Moore, he had Corey Lee Boxing, he had myself. He has Trey X on his channel. Everybody talking is a very good moderator, very, very good conversations with boxing. And he does his shit like in the nighttime. So like you want to see a good vampire stream, dude, that dude has a good vampire stream. And hey man, hit him up, man. Yeah, Kid Miss. Yeah, we hollered Kid Miss, Marlo, good people, good sub. Beverly Rose says subscribe. And Beverly Rose, you need to get you a channel, man. Ma'am, you need to get you a channel. Wow, it said Beverly Rose. Wow, he has a 7-hour stream on there. Hell yeah, they be talking boxing all day. I mean, all day. That's when you know you got a hardcore boxing fans. When you can just be like, all right, I'm gonna turn this shit. I'm gonna go to Marlo's channel, play, and let me listen to boxing. Some guys talk boxing. You can agree or not agree, man, but it's just gonna be a good long conversation, man. And you know the content is coming through. Oh, Ralph Unreal for now. What do you think about Carlos Adames? All right, I'm going to say this politely. And what made me think it was his choice of opponent. That guy is somebody that got TKO'd by Errol Spence Jr. He's like a poor man's, at this stage, he could get better. It's like a poor man's Errol Spence Jr. I love his body attack. I just think that he should be, I would wish he had better defense. but also I don't know how long he's really going to be able to stay at 147. I think it's 154 pounder, That's my thing, man. Oh, hell no, Black Fight fan. Said Lomachenko going to Donkey Kong smash Mikey Garcia? No. Did you hear a Black Fight fan? Did you hear what Bob Arum said? Bob Arum said that, and this is where Bob Arum don't want the fight. And Bob Arum's matchmakers don't want the fight. He said, this thing with Mikey Garcia, this is going to be Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao too. This fight, if I start talking to these guys about a fight, that fight might not get made till I'm 90 years old. My thing with Mikey is just send me a number. If I like the number, I'll take the number. If not, forget it. I'm just not going to do it. Or I'm not negotiating. Doug, if Mikey Garcia was somebody they thought that they could beat, he'd never say that. He'd just move on and make that fight, man. I don't see it. But at the same time, yeah, fair enough, Black Fight Team. If he pushes for it, but he don't need to. I'm telling you, he's too small, man. Hey, I'm with you, Black Fight Fan Team. I'm 100% with what you said. And I believe it. We got to admit that Floyd Mayweather Jr., that Lomachenko is the real deal. He is the real deal. He's 100% the real deal. This is my viewpoint. He's the real deal. But he's the real deal 130 pounder. Mikey Garcia is the real deal 135 pounder. He might be a real deal 140 pounder. And Mikey Garcia's camp is just so much better than Lomachenko's. And what I saw from Lomachenko is I see the same thing repeating itself. He's fighting the same way over, not like a robot in the sense that, he's stiff or robotic. Like somebody might say Anthony Joshua's like Anthony Joshua's a robot, like he's stiff. I mean, he's programmed. I loved how he hit him with that body shot and it's still coming up. But man, Mikey Garcia and Robert Garcia, if they take that fight, hey man, I'm gonna take Mikey on that. But if he beats him, hey man, then he's the truth, and I'm already trying to give him what I can give him. You know what I mean? He's the truth at 130 pounds, but he got put on his ass by a fucking borderline journeyman in Jorge Linares, and that's my opinion of Jorge Linares. But Jorge Linares had already been knocked out 3 times, and he fought like tooth and nail against Luke Campbell. So that's tough. But at the same time, I give Lomachenko, and I know I'm like parsing words here, but who I got between Lomachenko and Mikey, I get Mikey. I got Mikey. And if Lomachenko, because unless Lomachenko starts sitting down on his punches, you got to, at some point in time with these big dudes, like Floyd Mayweather, man, the thing that Floyd Mayweather would do at 147 is he had just enough power to keep people honest. That shot to the gut, that jab to the stomach, the jab to the solar plexus from Floyd, straight off the cuff, made a lot of people real wary, man. Oh, yeah, man. Black Fight Fan TV comes to the channel. That's my dude right there, man. But, yeah, man, I'm with you 100%. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I see Anthony Joshua reportedly signed 100 million pound extension. To sign. See, the two things is reported. That's what somebody's saying. And to sign means that he hasn't signed it yet. But yeah, he'll sign with Matchroom. They'll try to buy him out. They're like, fuck it. He offered you $50 million. Look, I'll give you $50 million over the next year or something to make that shit happen. Like, don't sign with it. Well, whatever this next deal is, we'll make sure we guarantee you $50 million, but we ain't got that much money. So let's just, stretch it over 2 fights. No matter how this comes out, I'll give you $50 million. So when I first read that, I thought to myself, yeah, Al Heyman just stuck them dudes with a lot of upfront money to match that shit. If I'm Anthony Joshua, I'm like, hey, he offered me $50 million guaranteed. You don't want me to take this fight? Or you want me to fight in the UK? Where's my $50 million guaranteed? Match me. And then Barry Hearn be like, well, I can't match you in one, but I can match you in, one fight plus I can give you this, that, and the other thing guaranteed where you know for sure you're gonna walk off with $50 million. Okay. And they make a better deal in that re-signing agreement. I could see that happening. You know what I mean? Because there's all kind of ways to skin a cat, man. Black Fight Fan TV say I got a video coming out. Donkey Kong, when May people criticize Lomachenko on the premise of hype, pick your poison. Let me see. Donkey Kong. When many people criticize Lomachenko on the premise of hype, pick your poison. What does that mean, Black Fight Fan? Hey, are you available? I'm gonna send you a link. If you're not available, you ain't available, but it is what it is. I'm gonna send it to you. You've been sent an invite because I want to understand what you mean. If you're available. If you're not available, I understand, man. Ain't no worries. And yeah, Jam Dog said, I'm saying he's stupid if he signed. I don't know, man. I got to see that agreement. I'm telling you, man, today is the day where I'm going to again see with me. I fluctuate between giving people credit and snatching that shit off. Like, if you say something that acts like it's progress in the right direction, I might be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt on some stuff.
What's up, man?
So the other day, dude said, "Oh, Black Fight Fan TV in the house. What's good, man?
What's going on with your homie?"
I'm chilling, big boy. What's good with you, man?
Oh man, out here on the gridiron, man, listening to everybody get mad at the homie Lomachenko, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I already knew it was gonna be like that, though. I ain't tripping.
You know what's funny, Black Fight Fan? I didn't do a video, man, but I thought this when I was making. I was like, man, all these cats want to say cats in the LDBC. Y'all hating on Lomachenko. They hate when they win, and I'm like, shit, y'all must not listen to Black Fight Fan TV's videos, because I'll be damned. He be rubbing people's fucking faces in the in the dirt when Lomachenko wins.
Yeah, they act like I just started riding with Lomachenko yesterday too, man. A lot of them guys, they be biased. They still trying to call me biased. That's why I just kind of stay in my lane, man. I'm not talking about none of my brothers. I'm talking about just people. They want to view me in a certain kind of way just because my name is Black Fight Fan. But it is what it is. I don't need that, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But hey, Mikey, so why you got him beating Mikey, man? You got to explain that to me.
Because there's levels to this, man. I listen to all these criticisms of Lomachenko, man. Lomachenko, I heard somebody, and it might have been you talking about, you saying that Lomachenko do the same thing over and over and over again. And then in the same sentence, you said, but he switched it up and hit him with a liver shot.
Oh, he does. I'll explain that shit.
I'm doing the same thing.
Let me explain it. All right. If you got him, you can have a fucking system where you go 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? That's some basic shit. You're like, oh, I can see that. He don't have 1 or 2 variations. He got 4 variations, but he's still running 4 variations. He's still jab, jab, right, uppercut, jab, jab, right, uppercut, swing left, jab, jab, right, uppercut, body, swing left. I'm just saying that you can recognize patterns that happen. There's two punch patterns, there's 5 punch patterns, there's 10 punch patterns. I would watch Floyd Mayweather Jr. and I'd be like, shit, you know why the fuck? You know why? Excuse my queen. You know why, in my opinion, this is my opinion, why Shane Mosley almost knocked out Floyd Mayweather?
Good.
Because he recognized that Floyd's pattern was to start off the round, a fight with a straight jab to the body. And instead of letting Floyd do that, in that fight with Shane Mosley threw a straight jab to the body. And Floyd Mayweather looked up at him and smiled. And then he clocked his ass with a clean right hook. Because he recognized a pattern in Floyd. And once go ahead.
That's all well and good. But when you're talking about patterns and all this stuff, patterns, just like I said, what you said, he can come with a different variation. And every fighter is not going to have the ability to capitalize on certain things. Like you talking about Shane Mosley, many people would like to do what Shane Mosley did, like you just said. People would like to do the same thing that Shane Mosley did, but Shane Mosley has some of the fastest hands in boxing. So everybody can't do what Shane Mosley do. Everything is different on various of opponents. So when you talking about Mikey Garcia versus Jorge Linares, yeah, Mikey Garcia is a better timer, and he got a lot of different skill sets that Jorge Linares does not have. But one thing Jorge Linares has that Mikey don't have is Jorge Linares is probably one of the most athletic fighters in 135 down. He has all kinds of skills and ability that nobody even talked about. Nobody gave him credit for. Nobody gave him credit for none of that stuff. He just looked like that. Nobody gave Lomachenko credit for walking him down the entire fight. Nobody talked about that. And everybody's talking about size and trying to make him rush up to 140. You gotta, man, you look, and it pissed me off because all these guys, especially these guys that was hyping up Rigondeaux, was mad. They was mad when they seen Rigondeaux next to Lomachenko. But now you got Lomachenko out here looking the same way versus look like, I'm not going to even lie, I don't like saying this, but Jorge Linares looked like he was on steroids. He looked juiced up and they in the same ring, but nobody's saying nothing about that. They still trying to push him up to 140 because he good. Now I know that these people put a whole lot on him in the commentary. I actually had to cut the commentary off last night because it was annoying as hell listening to them people put all that stuff on him. But Lomachenko is one of the few guys that tries to downplay that. All he want to do is fight. Now you got other guys that embrace that hype, Gennady Golovkin, and ride on that type of wave. That's not what Lomachenko wants to accept. He's always trying to prove himself to these fans, and they blinded by this racial stuff. And this dude ain't on that type of time. This dude is just a very good fighter. Okay, and they need to let him evolve. Just like we talking about, we know good and well, me and you know that Tank, if Tank get in the ring with, and Floyd Mayweather know, just like Bob Arum said last night, Floyd called Todd DeBow and told him that he wanted Tank to get destroyed. We know that Tank is not ready for Lomachenko right now, and ain't nobody trying to force him to get in the ring like that. Not from our side, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that Lomachenko can beat Mikey Garcia. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight.
Hey, so just so y'all know, again, it's on the record. There's some cats in the LEBC that will make passionate arguments in favor of Lomachenko. I just happen when it's Mikey Garcia, I feel the same way though. Black Fight Fan TV, I feel the same way. I feel like
Mikey ran now before you start. While we talking about what's the name, don't forget that Mikey ran to that straight right hand. Who's it? Wama or Rocky Garcia caught him with a straight right hand in Dallas and knocked him down the same way.
That was who did hit him with that shit? Broke his nose. Somebody broke. Orlando Salido broke his nose. I thought. I don't know if he got knocked down, but
no, he got knocked down. Oh, they knocked him down. It was Dallas.
My thing's not the knockdown. I mean, I did a video. You can check my record. My thing ain't on the knockdown. My thing for the knockdown, actually, Lomachenko getting knocked down and getting back up to me is a credit to Lomachenko. Because when you get knocked down, is how are you going to respond? Can he hit you with that same shot again and do it twice? He didn't do it. He didn't do it twice to him. So he got off the deck. He finished the fight. He knocked the dude out. I'm going to get a dude credit for that. I don't think that's a bad thing that he got knocked down. I think that's a good thing. I mean, it ain't good that he got knocked down, like that he took the punch, but it's a good thing that he got up and he continued to move forward and fight. But I just have a different opinion of Jorge Linares. And I said this when Jorge Linares was talking about fighting Mikey Garcia, when Mikey Garcia was talking about fighting Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares already been knocked out 3 times. That shit, I mean, he's been knocked out 3 times. It ain't like that's the first time that dude's ever got stopped. He got stopped 3 other times. He got stopped by Antonio DeMarco. Antonio DeMarco, somebody got knocked out by Adrian Broner. So I'm just not big on Linares. I think Linares is, I thought, and people call me crazy, I thought Linares is the 3rd best lightweight champion. I mean, I put him ahead of Ray Beltran because I thought Beltran barely got it against Paulus Moses, but that dude has already been beaten 3 times. And he fought life, man. It was a nip and tuck fight with Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, the gay underwear model. I'm not big on Luke Campbell at all. I ain't big on Jorge Linares at all. But the credit I give Lomachenko is that Lomachenko moved into a weight class that's not his weight class. And with Mikey Garcia, and I hope it gets made so we can see, it's going to be Lomachenko. It's going to be a very, very good little guy against a very, very good guy that's bigger than him. And there ain't no guaranteed. And I don't necessarily agree, respectfully disagree, that Lomachenko, it's like a one-off with Lomachenko getting hit. Lomachenko been hit by everybody, every dude I've seen Lomachenko fight, except for in the last both Rigondeaux and Miguel Mariaga. Definitely Miguel Mariaga clocked him flush. Miguel Mariaga clocked him flush several times because he got them short ass arms. And when he's getting in there with that short ass reach, he has to jump in. So when he fights a guy that's got longer reach, it's a bigger guy, he's going to have to start fighting like a smaller guy and get up close. And when he gets up close on Mikey Garcia, I think that shit is, I think he's a straight right hand from getting hurt, man. And if he gets hit with Mikey Garcia is going to hit him with that straight right hand. It's not even if, he will hit Lomachenko with that straight right hand. And that way that he pivots out, I just think I have as much, the reason why I think Mikey wins probably has more to do with Robert Garcia than anything else. Because he's got that corner. He's got the same corner that coached Maidana. He's got the same corner that coached Mikey Garcia. Robert Garcia and his dad, who used to coach Vargas, those cats know how to deal with slick fighters. And that's the one thing about Mexican fighters. They know how to deal with slick. They know how to do with slick athletic fighters that change angles. Because they're the nemesis of black fighters in the United States. Unless you're like a real super, like, I mean, shit, look what Jose Luis Castillo did with Floyd Mayweather Jr. in that first fight when he fought him at lightweight. That shit was that's a tough go, man, when you got a high skilled guy like that. But that's my take on it, though.
Okay, well here's my issue right here. Okay, like what you're saying, everybody, what we saying, like right now, you admitting that you know that weight class is too big for Vasil Lomachenko, right? You understand that, you saw that, you could visually see that, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so if Vasil Lomachenko go back down to 130, beat up everybody, clean out, and unify the division, it still won't be enough because you know that's where he belongs, and you know he done already moved up and won the title. That still won't be enough. Okay, what I'm saying is the fight needs to happen, but even if he go up and beat Mikey Garcia, okay, he's still gonna get knocked. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see him. This is my thing, and this is what I need to ask all you guys. And I was gonna do a video about it, but I might as well say it here. What is it going to take for you to give Vasil Lomachenko his credit? I don't understand that. These guys had Rigondeaux was the boogeyman. Okay, you know you have no idea how many guys went down, rolled in, got mad at me, didn't want to hear from me no more because they swore up and down I was crazy that Vasil Lomachenko was gonna lose to was gonna beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. And not only did I tell you that he was gonna beat Guillermo Rigondeaux, I explained to you how he was gonna beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. Nobody believed it because they thought Guillermo Rigondeaux was a boxing guy. Now, when he beats him, oh man, you got these guys got 1,000 excuses. You understand what I'm saying? So now what I'm saying is, okay, so say that because I really do believe that I don't think it'll be as decisive as Guillermo Rigondeaux because back then I guess I was the only one that understood that Vasyl Lomachenko was bigger than Guillermo Rigondeaux. I guess I was the only person that understood that because a lot of guys didn't start saying it until after Vasyl Lomachenko went in there and beat the brakes off of him. So now what I'm saying is Mikey has flaws too. You understand what I'm saying? Mikey has been exposed too. That's why I brought up the knockout before you started saying that. Mikey has flaws, okay? Because just because Mikey went in the ring and beat up on Adrian Broner, okay, a guy that don't let his hands go, a person that we just seen get his behind whooped by Jesse Vargas for the first 6 rounds, outmatched. You can't. Adrian Broner at 135 versus Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko smashed. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
And
say
that's
the
what
last part. I missed that.
Adrian Broner at 135 right now versus Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko smashes him, embarrasses him because he don't put because of the punch volume, because of the punch volume. You don't if you disagree with that, we ain't even on the same page, bro. If Adrian Broner come down to 135 today, right now, I'm not talking about the has been the one that live in your dreams that you hope come back. I'm talking about the Adrian Broner right now. Adrian Broner right now at 135, the same guy that Mikey Garcia fought versus Vasyl Lomachenko at 135. Vasyl Lomachenko smashes.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Do you think Vasyl Lomachenko beats Jesse Vargas?
At his weight?
Right now, you put him in 2 rings. No, you put him in a ring together. You think Lomachenko gonna beat Jesse Vargas?
No, he's too big. He's too big. He's too big.
That's my thing. See, I think to the extent that we talk, go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish, man. I'm sorry.
Jesse Vargas is a 147 pounder. That's where he's been his best at 140, 147. 140 was the best he's been. Adrian Broner in his prime at his best was at 135, and he ain't looked the same because he left 135. That was what I was getting to.
All right. It's just looking at Adrian Broner, man. It's hard for me to vision if he don't let his hands go, him beating anybody. But as far as Mikey Garcia goes, I think Mikey Garcia is just too big. I think he's too big, and I'd love to see the fight, and that way the fight can happen. I mean, I don't think I've picked against Lomachenko.
Let me ask you this: when did you really bite down? Because see, it's a new wave of Black Mikey Garcia fans, okay? And I'm telling you right now, a lot of that hype is coming off of him whooping on Broner.
No,
and
let me tell you.
I'm not saying that's you. I'm just putting that out there. It's a lot of black guys jumping on Mikey Deal because he got in the ring and whooped up Broner. And Broner is Broner ain't there no more, homie. So, but what I'm saying to you, I'm asking you personally, because I like Mikey, don't get it twisted. But I mean, when did you start recognizing how good Mikey was?
When I before in the middle of probably maybe about a week before Mikey Garcia fought Adrian Broner, I watched film. And I noticed that this dude can fight going backwards. That's the shit that threw my it fucking threw me for a loop. So I was like, fuck, this dude is moving backwards to the left, backwards to the right, and he's catching guys coming in. I just thought from the times that I'd seen him, he was a cat that was coming forward, and it was really hurting dudes coming forward. But when I look back on the fights that he had where he was able to hurt dudes moving backwards, I was like, shit, this dude is a little better than I thought he was. He's just he can do more things than I thought that he could do. And because I was hard on Mikey before the Adrian Broner fight, because I was like, man, this is not a 5-1 underdog or whatever. But when I looked and I was like, shit, this dude can move. He's beating dudes up going backwards. And he does stuff that I've learned to like in fighters, kind of like what Errol Spence does, where he always keeps a certain distance, whether you're coming forward or whether the opponent's coming forward or the opponent's going backwards, whether the opponent's going left or the opponent's going right. Errol Spence always keeps that same amount of distance from the guy. Mikey Garcia did that. Oh, go ahead.
They stay in the pressure zone. I mean, Lomachenko do the same thing. The Charlo,
yeah, but he does do the same thing. But this is my thing. This is my thing. With I'll be done like quickly. I promise. My thing with Lomachenko is that when Lomachenko gets out of 135, he has a reach problem. He doesn't just have a physical muscle size problem. He has a little short dude with short arms problem. And people keep seeing him fight. The more times you fight, the less people are going to be unfamiliar with what you do. Because people can see what works. You can jump out there and have 5, 10 fights. It's like the advantage that people give to somebody and say, well, he's got so far in 12 fights. But if all he's done is fight 12 fights, that means the trainers who are preparing guys against him don't have any film on him. They don't know what he does. They don't know what his tendencies are. But when you get to 15, 16 fights, then people start seeing what your tendencies are. And I'm not a fucking boxing trainer, and I started knowing what punches he was about to throw. So I'm like, shit, he's about to throw this. He's about to throw that. And if you have a guy like Robert Garcia or Mikey Garcia who sees him fight 15 times and he knows when you throw this, he's throwing this. When you move this way, he'll tend to move that way. That's why guys like Roger Federer had to totally reinvent their game. Because guys like in tennis, I'm switching, because guys were like, oh, he likes to do this. He likes to do this. This is what he's trying to accomplish in the game. You can have a matrix, but when motherfuckers map that matrix, they'll be like, oh, I know what you're going to do. And if Mikey Garcia knows what you're going to do and he's bigger than you and longer than you, it's going to be tough. But that's why I say go down, and that's why I'm in agreement with you. Stay at 130 pounds. Now, these guys, when these guys are going to give credit to him, they're not going to give credit to him. Because like Blood Boxing said in his video, they make it so fucking hard to give him credit. I wake up in the morning like, shit, this dude can fight. But I got these irritating motherfuckers telling me when they talk. Go ahead.
Before you go down there, because you're going down a whole nother street. Yeah, I want to address.
Go ahead, man.
Everybody got a plan until they get hit. This is boxing. We've been doing that. You see, one of the things that you leaving now, these guys, they can come up with all kinds of plans. There's enough film out there. Just like you saying, if you saying that you know what punches he gonna throw, I mean, it's everybody else do. Everybody else do that when he fought Orlando Salido, what the weaknesses is, how to beat him. I mean, this is what confuses me, like when we talk as fans, because I hear this type of stuff all the time. But what you don't know is that when you getting in there in the ring with Lomachenko, because I'm gonna tell you an argument that was out about him a while back ago. He didn't have no punching power. People were saying that. People were saying that he didn't have no punching power. But one of the things that a lot of dudes don't know is that them pity pat punches, like you said before, are an illusion. And I used to think this before I even got to liking Lomachenko, because I was critical of him at first too. I was like, oh, this fool doing all this elusive stuff and it's just a bunch of garbage. But that base attack is what you're saying is just a base. But that base has a whole barrage. It's just like you saying in patterns. You can have a pattern, but the numbers can vary. It can vary from, you can have a four digit pattern, but that 4-digit pattern can be thousands of other equations. And Lomachenko that's what kind of platform he's working off of. When he's doing his punch variation, okay, he can change the level of the actual power behind it. And now these dudes, even at 135, you just seen them drop a man at 135, an obviously bigger man with a body shot. But you like completely like ignoring that. No, this guy is extremely talented, and he has more to offer, and he can do things to win a fight. I mean, true enough, he was in the ring with a guy, like I said, and Jorge Linares, who is an extreme athlete. You understand what I'm saying? Jorge Linares is an athlete. Okay, and Jorge Linares had the ability to not only time, but he shot, and I don't know if you saw that right hand, but he shot that right hand he was able to do something a lot of guys wouldn't have been able to, wouldn't have had the reflexes, wouldn't have had the reactionary time to do. He caught Vasil Lomachenko in mid like a trot because Vasil Lomachenko got complacent and was playing because he was so confident. He trotted around, and Jorge Linares was athletic enough to capitalize on that. Everybody's not going to be able to do that. Okay, you got to understand at this level, everybody has their own gifts and talents and things like that. And then, like Lomachenko told him at the end of the fight, you gave me a boxing lesson. I learned a lesson. I'm not gonna do that anymore because he knows that playing like stuff like that I'm gonna cost him that fight. Because regardless if you think Lawrence is the third best champion, the 46th best champion, Linares is a champion. Okay, on championship with championship pedigree. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the continuing process of growing. And you have to look at that. Now look at that, man. I see that on these guys that he's fighting. And so that compels me to say, I even though I believe that he needs to stay at 130, I'm not I want him to fight Mikey Garcia because when he beats him, I want to see how these guys are gonna react. If they ain't gonna give him no credit, it ain't no reason for him to be I mean, I look at it like this, just like we give these black dudes credit. That's what I'm looking for. If he ain't feeding into that crap that these people is pushing out, because Gennady Golovkin fed into it. You had his trainer coming out talking about black fighters don't sell. You had Tom Lawfer, they was promoting them on racism. You understand what I'm saying? This guy is not like that. This guy just wants to fight the best. And regardless of what these clowns or these buffoons are saying on the internet, that's not gonna, like Blood Boxing said, that's not gonna change the way I view Vasil Lomachenko. You understand what I'm saying? That's not it, regardless of how many idiots on HBO get on HBO and say stupid stuff, because we should be used to this by now. I don't even know why we still fighting on HBO. We should have our own app and platform to be watching our fights. These guys should not even be allowed to commentate fights. But at the same time, we watching boxing. We can't let everything else distract us from the boxing, especially if the boxer is following protocol. Now, when Vasil Lomachenko come out here pumping a racial agenda and that, then that's a different story. But he ain't done that. The dude seemed to be a hard worker, seems to be trying to learn English, seems to be trying to better himself, seems to be trying to add to the sport. Every time he talking about the sport, he talking about greatness, talking about the legends, comparing himself to the legend. And now you got about that. But he trying to put him Bud Crawford. Vasil Lomachenko told you himself that Bud Crawford is over him. We don't have to have that discussion. We don't have to say, oh, well, he ain't better than Bud Crawford. No, the man himself told you that. He said, Bud Crawford is pound for pound number one. I'm not even in the category. So why is we still here?
Oh, black
Hey,
fight fan.
hold on, Callie. Hold on a second, man. Hey, the Marcus Villain, man. He said, I just want to clear. Hey, man, welcome to Cali Enigma. Check out his channel. Subscribe. He's a real good dude. Let me make sure I get to Marcus the Villain. We got a couple super chats that I want to make sure I get to real quick. Black Fight Fan TV, until Lomo does or unifies a division, we can't give him that credit. He has to unify a division or fight a fight where he actually can lose. And the last one, let me go down here because there's two. The big issue is Loma getting credit for fighting the weakest links in divisions or selective fights against opposition that's been out for a bit. Okay. Hey, man, much love. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. And look, Marcus the Villain, man, thank you so much. Now, look, we're Black Fight Fan TV. I want to take again, man, because did Black Fight Fan TV leave?
Yeah, he just left.
He got mad and left, or he just left, or he got disconnected?
Nah, I think he might have just left. He could be coming back. I don't know.
Oh man, damn! I hate he left. But hey, man, that just tells you, man. See, I don't have to I mean, Black Fight Fan TV made a very, very great point. I just respond to it for the sake of responding to it since he broke out. Yeah, man, I think Black Fight Fan TV is 100% right. When fighters do what they're supposed to do, you need to give the fighters the credit that they deserve. 100%, you know?
Hey,
And
you know,
Lomachenko deserves a lot of credit for being a great fighter.
you know what you were saying, because the people were saying that he needs to do. He beat a guy. He beat a guy that had a chance to beat him. Linares actually had a chance to win that fight. Linares was also a lot bigger than he was. He had some type of skill set. I mean, he had him in trouble. I mean, he won the fight. He said he wants to fight the winner of Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter. I mean, how could you get upset with that? The guy's trying to fight the best. If he was really trying to fight the easiest link, he could have fought Ray Beltran. He didn't fight him. You know what I mean? So he said he wants Robert Easter and he wants the winner of the Robert Easter Mikey Garcia fight next. I don't know how anybody can get upset with that. You know, Vasyl Lomachenko doesn't big up himself like that, man. Those are other people. For everybody to get pissed off at him, that's crazy, man. What is it? Vasyl Lomachenko never does that to himself. He wants to be the best. He wants to challenge himself. How can we get upset about that, man? The guy's out there trying, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what? He didn't even want to fight Rigondeaux, but Rigondeaux kept calling him out. So he said, "Oh, fine, okay, we'll do it." He already said, and then after the fight, he said he doesn't consider that a big win. So I mean, I don't understand why people getting mad at him. What is Vasyl Lomachenko doing that you guys? I mean, you guys are hating him on. I don't understand what. There's no reason to dislike this dude. I mean, I can understand with the way that some of the other people are. He's not acting like Gennady Golovkin. This guy is already, to me, he's fighting at a weight class where he shouldn't be fighting at. Period. But he's doing it because he's daring to be great, and he wants to fight. He wants to fight Mikey Garcia. I don't think he's gonna beat Mikey Garcia. Unlike Black Fight Fan, I think that Mikey's gonna get him. But if he does beat Mikey Garcia, he deserves full credit, man, because that's a big win. So I don't know how any of you guys can absolutely dislike him. And if he beats Mikey and you still don't give him credit, man, then you know it's just pure hate, man. It is. It's ridiculous. Come on, y'all. There's no reason to be still be taking the crap on Vasyl Lomachenko, man. Dude can fight, man. He showed a lot of heart last night too, man. You know what I'm saying? He got dropped, he got back up, and he did what he had to do to get the victory against a much bigger man. Give that dude respect, man. Come on, y'all. I'm not saying, look, like I said, as of right now, I only see two dudes who have a potential to beat him. That's Mikey Garcia and that's Tank Davis. I see him wiping everybody else out from 135 and lower. So man, just give that dude some respect, man.
Yeah, I think the thing that makes it hard for cats to get a dude a lot of respect is because, it's. But I think you should, because it'll make a lot of obnoxious people go away. But the dude can definitely fight, man. And I'm not saying what's going on. Hey, what's going on, Trap House? How you feeling, man? You feel like jumping on? I'm gonna try to do one for like another 35 minutes, man. But hey, man, we got my man. But Black Fight Fan TV, I'm telling you, I try to tell you, cats, there are cats that are fans of and support Vasyl Lomachenko and the LDBC, and it's not one dimensional. Only thing I disagreed with that I have not even an opinion, it's a different expectation, right? Is that I think that Mikey Garcia wins. That's it. But that's more related to my respect for Mikey Garcia than it is disrespect from Vasyl Lomachenko. The dude can fight, man. Hey, let me send this link real quick to my man Trap House Boxing. I'm gonna jump off for a minute. I want to make sure I call my dude. Black Fight Fan TV. I hope I didn't offend him. He jumped off real quick. I'm hoping there's just something wrong with his phone. Did send one Trap House invite. There you go. All right, because this also is Mother's Day, so I appreciate you guys showing up today and having this conversation. Trap, I just sent you that video, that link to the video. I wish Beverly Rose could jump on here real quick. Mike G says Lomachenko fans is a problem. Yeah, man, without a doubt, man. I mean, that's a tough thing, man, because it's, and here's another thing, man. Really, it's hard to be wrong, and sometimes it's like and I think it's hypocritical of people if, like, for example, when for not Adrian Bronner, but what's his name? Oh, Andre Ward beat Sergey Kovalev. You know, people just, no matter what he did, it was never good enough for people. So you point out, as a fan of Andre Ward, you point out the fact that, look, man, this dude just beat everybody that you said he couldn't beat. He took a fight that you guys said that he wouldn't take, and then he winds up beating and knocking this dude out and knocking Kovalev out. But y'all don't want to give him credit. And I can understand Black Fight Fan TV's frustration with that, because dude has been clearly expressing his opinion about how good a fighter Lomachenko is. Trap House Boxing in the house, man. What's your thoughts on Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia, and the such?
Hold on 1 second for now.
Hey, no worries. Oh, Marlo's Corner said happy. Hey, by the way, happy Mother's Day to everybody. I want to keep it in line, man. I just kind of, and then I want to jump off and make sure I call my dude.
Yeah, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the women out there, man. All the mothers. You said the Lomachenko Linares fight. Man, I thought it was a pretty good fight, man. I liked the fight. I thought that I had Lomachenko still winning even up until he got knocked down. You know, I had him still because he had the pressure on Linares the whole fight. You know, Linares was holding his ground at times in the fight, man, and he was catching Loma with maybe a shot or two here and there, but it wasn't enough to keep Loma up off of him. Loma was still, on him like a goddamn cheap suit. You know what I mean? He was on him, and I had at first, man, up until the knockdown, I was like, man, this might be a rematch. But then when he dropped him and got him out of there, I was like, nah, there ain't gonna be no rematch. But like Black Fight Fan said, though, man, I don't think that Lomachenko, he good at 135. He can fight at 135, but he did look flabby at 135, man. I couldn't even see no six pack or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. But other than that, Linares fought a pretty good fight. But the thing about Linares, man, it's an echo in the background. Hello? Oh, okay. But yeah, man, the thing about Linares, I thought he fought the wrong fight, man, because he let Lomachenko fight the mid-range fight that he wanted to, and that's Lomachenko's bread and butter. If Linares could have fought in the inside or controlled the outside, he would have had way better, more success on Lomachenko, and he should have been imposing his will. He didn't impose his will like how he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he, most of all, that's what he went wrong at. Why he let Lomachenko fight at the range that he the best at fighting at. Because if you take away Lomachenko's mid-range fighting game, then you got a good chance of beating him, depending on how aggressive you are. But if you let him fight, if you try to match him with the mid-range, it's a wrap, bro. He gonna chew you up. He gonna chew you up. And the thing I noticed about Loma, when he come in and he changes angles and shit, a lot of times he don't just come in and just throw the punches. He'll come in to change angles like 3 times just to get you, keep you resetting and having you getting tired and shit. And then he'll start mixing it up, throwing punches and changing angles and doing all of those, shit that he like to do. But yeah, man, it was a good fight though, man. Good fight. I liked the fight. I mean, do I want to see it again? I mean, if ain't nothing else going on, yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it. But nah, that's pretty much I got on in that fight.
All right, this was. All right. All right, man. One. Peace. Hey, I'm sorry about that, man. I had to call K-Hope. His wife got him off the phone. Are y'all there?
Yeah. I'm here, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just want to make sure. I want to see what happened, man. See if he got disliked. So, hey, man. So let's switch subjects real quick, man, because I'm gonna probably be on about another 15 minutes.
You gonna talk about Jaime Muguia?
Go ahead.
Oh, Jaime Muguia, man. I think the first one to put me on Jaime Muguia was CJ Goodfellow, the boxing clinic, man. After that, I went to YouTube and I just looked up his fights. I watched 4 of his fights, man, and the first thing I noticed, man, is this guy. What he was doing. Matter of fact, when the guys would try to throw punches at his head, he would deflect a lot of shots. He did the same thing to Saddam Ali last night, but his body attack, man, was vicious. And this guy has, man. As soon as I just put it this way, as soon as I watched 4 of his fights, I knew he was going to annihilate Saddam Ali. We actually discussed it on Corley Boxing Stream. We talked about it. I talked about it on Black Horseman Stream first, and this was earlier in the week. And I was like, man, I said, you know what? I said, this Jaime Munguia dude, man, this dude ain't no joke. I said, I don't think Saddam Ali gonna be able to stand up to this dude, man. And then I watched some more of his fights. I was like, this dude gonna get knocked out, man. I had him. I had Jaime Munguia by knockout. And I didn't think it was gonna come as early as it did. But man, but looking at the size difference, I wasn't surprised whatsoever too. Saddam Ali had no reason. I mean, he had no idea. There was no reason he should have been in the ring with that dude, man. I think he got set up. I do absolutely think he got set up. There's rumors that Jaime Munguia signed with Golden Boy, and if those rumors are true, because I really believe they are, then I believe that they fed Saddam Ali to Jaime Munguia to get that WBO belt off him before somebody else took it from him. And so they want to make sure they keep that WBO belt within the company. You know what I mean? Which is, we know that the WBO is top rank and Golden Boy's sanctioning body. That's just absolutely true. So, in my opinion, man, like I said, when I went to go watch his fights, man, the first thing I noticed that he would just be breaking dudes down in the body, man. And he has a fantastic left hook, man. He throws in a beautiful straight left, overhand right. I mean, uppercuts. There's almost nothing he doesn't do. You're right. You are right for now. He does overextend himself sometimes, but but that'll come with more work and more training. He's only 21 years old. I mean, this guy, man, I'm telling you, sky's the limit for this guy. I know it sounds like I've been talking about this guy highly all day. I think this guy right now is a top 4 junior middleweight right now. I don't think there's anybody outside of Charlo, Herb, and possibly Laura who can beat this guy. I think he walks through everybody else already, and he's only 21 years old. And I think once Charlo and Hurd leave the division, it's his. He's the king of 154, man. I really believe that.
What's your take on that, Trap?
Man, I'm still just sitting up here laughing from last night when I was doing my live stream on this fight. I'm just sitting there just looking at Saddam Ali just some survival mode, getting the shit beat out of him all the way across the ring and back and across and back again. I was like, God damn. I mean, I couldn't even concentrate. It was so bad for now. I couldn't even focus and concentrate on what McGuire was doing good because hell, it looked like all I could see is goddamn Ali head just flop bouncing and flopping and doing all type of shit. I said, man, this dude, I'm surprised he made it out of the first round. I'm talking about, man, he was just getting destroyed. I was like, oh my gosh. Oscar done fed this man to the wolves, man. I mean, I'm literally, this is what I was doing last night, just laughing, bro, and talking about this man finna get knocked out. It was just horrible. It was just horrible to seeing how Saddam Ali, he knew he was in so much trouble, bro. From the first, he knew it. He was like, man, I cannot keep this motherfucker up off me. And when you end up with a guy big like that, man, it ain't funny, man, but I understand. Man, that shit mentally wears you down. It just ain't nothing you can do, bro. It ain't nothing you can do. And he just got fed to the wolves, man. I mean, the Golden Boy took 2 L's last night, man. They took 2 L's last night. Maybe they did set him up. I don't know. But it could be true.
Hey,
I mean,
Trap.
Oscar ain't that damn dumb. Huh?
Hey, it's gonna come out that Jaime signed with Golden Watch. You think Oscar and them didn't know that, man? I'm telling you.
No, that's what I was just saying. I said Oscar ain't that damn dumb. Shit,
No.
he might be getting high as a motherfucker, but he ain't that damn dumb.
Sir, Bernard Hopkins actually accidentally Freudian slip. He picked Lomachenko over Linares and Linares. Now he did it right. He knew who he picked. I'm telling you, man, them dudes are something else over there at Golden Boy. I'm just saying.
Man,
But
look, man. It ain't funny, man, but it is funny, man. I ain't seen nobody just get beat the fuck up like that in a little minute. I'm talking about it don't matter what Saddam Ali did. It was nothing he could do to keep goddamn McGuire up off his ass, boy.
yeah, he literally.
It was like that dude was whooping his son. It was crazy. It's like no matter what he did, it's like you just waiting for him to get touched. That dude shit just buckled in. That was a blatant mismatch, dog. I mean, the last fight that I saw looked like that. It was a Golden Boy fight, but it wasn't that much power. But what was the guy's name? The David Lemieux fought on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez.
It wasn't Stevens. It wasn't Curtis Stevens.
No, it was a Mexican dude.
Yeah, it was Curtis Stevenson. He knocked Curtis Stevenson slapped the fuck out. And I'm gonna tell you another mismatch like that is how they put.
Hello?
Oh, I'm here. I think Trap line cut out for a minute.
Trap line cut out. Hey man, I'm about to try to. Let me get to these comment sections real quick, man. While we wait for Trap House to get back. Fakeem Score said it was what's going on, Fakeem Sator? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Said it was a setup, B&B boxing in the house. He said Fanon, Jaime Munguia left hook is hard to see. He's going to be somewhere. He's going to be something to see. Oh man, he came out on a big stage last night though. God dog, he beat the brakes off that dude, man. Blood boxing still in the house. All right, let me see. Make sure Fanon is right. It was it was a Mexican that Lemieux fought. It was on the undercard of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Canelo. It was a Mexican. It was just a bloody beatdown, man. Like the kid, dude. The only thing that kept that dude from getting knocked out is a great chin, but he's just bleeding all over the ring, man. He had no chance to win whatsoever. But this one was, man. He was just like. Didn't you say he had Everlast? Cal, I think Cali Enigma said he looked like he had Everlast on his chest or something like that. I mean, it was like he's a punching bag, man. That's just, but see, that's the thing, man. For me, that level of mismatch, I mean, that was actually kind of, I'm gonna lie, that was kind of fun to see. But that type of mismatch isn't really, it doesn't tell me anything about the fighter. Because I knew the fight was over. I knew that fight was over when the dude walked in the ring. I was like, God. Dang, this dude is so much bigger than this dude that the fight is over already. Trap,
you should check out that. The Tecate Boxing League in Mexico, man. I think it's underrated, man, because Devin Haney went down there, David Benavidez went down there. Both them dudes came back better fighters, man. I'm just telling you, it's a little underrated, man. I think I'm just saying. I think it's a little underrated. I think you get better training over there than what people think.
Hey, they got guys fighting. Excuse me. They got guys fighting pros from when they're 17 years old. Man, it can't hurt. If they got grown, if it's a situation where you have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids that get to go and fight, grown men, with who have experience, even though they might not be the best talented in the most talent in the world. Hey man, it can't help. Dark Truth says Fanon Munguia was chosen to face GGG. Look back, was that more of a legit matchup now? No. I agree with because they weren't stupid.
Hell no.
Because that's 160 pounds. That's 160 pounds, and it's 160 pounds. Gennady Golovkin at 160 pounds is a lot different than and excuse me, Corey Lee. I know y'all get mad. Some people get mad when I call people bums. So I won't call Saddam Ali a bum. However, Saddam Ali got knocked out by Jesse Vargas, who isn't a big puncher, at 147. So that's just, it's way, way, way different. It's a way different level of competition. Munguia, I mean, I don't think to say he beats Gennady Golovkin would be one of the bigger stretches. But since he's got that level of talent, to put him in that deep that soon, that's too much. You know what I mean? they'd have been throwing Munguia to the wolves. He's only 21. He can wait 3 years. They could, front the money, make sure he's got enough money to eat and train and all that good stuff. Wait till he's 24 and then give Gennady throw Gennady Golovkin at him. And that might be a totally different situation.
And Triple G is a top shelf fighter, whether we like what he's doing or not. Triple G is a top shelf fighter at 160. That would be, excuse me language, but effed up. Let's put it that way, to throw him in there with Triple G at that time and at this stage of his career. I think he's nowhere near ready for that type of competition or being hit by someone that big.
No, did knock him out.
What'd you say, Callie?
Triple G did knock him out.
He said Triple G would knock him out, man, which I agree.
Oh, no doubt about it. Come on, man. That dude he's not ready for that, man. Like they say, there is levels to this game, man. But look, I'm in an hour and a half. It's a little longer than I thought I was going to do. But I definitely wanted to have a good, Mother's Day live stream, have some good conversations. Hey, Trap House, man, tell them about your channel. Because we got 84 people in the building on this Mother's Day. I've set a record today for the smallest number of dislikes. 2. That shit ain't. I did something wrong today. I should have at least 8 of them, 10 of them. But Trap House, let people know if you guys are not subscribed to Trap House Boxing and Cali Enigma. I'm gonna let them know how you can let them know how you can get your subscribe to your channel and hear your content, man. Because both of you brothers really do know the sport. Trap House, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yeah. Final closing. Yeah, what do you think about just Linares and Munguia and then Cali, and then we're gonna wrap it up, man, so I can watch this game. But let them know how to get in contact with you, man,
you said,
and to subscribe. And hopefully we can get 10 subscribers. We got 10 people in here who have not been subscribed to the Trap House Boxing or the Cali Enigma. Please go check them out. Please go subscribe and give them a chance. Listen to their work. Go ahead, Cali. I'm sorry, I've been talking too much.
You can subscribe to me at the Cali Enigma. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And yeah, make sure you hit the bell icon button because I do upload videos, multiple videos every single day. And I am going to live stream more because I actually live streamed this a couple of days ago. Maybe I'll live stream again today. But I'll definitely be going live more often so you guys can be able to, hear me live. And then I'll show my face. I know that's important to a lot of people too. So I'll actually show my face. I actually did it in a video a couple of days ago when I broke the Danny Garcia news that he was going to actually fight Sean Porter. And of course, recently he just came out and he just said he's going to fight Errol Spence Jr. after I actually think he's going to knock out. I think he's going to knock out Sean Porter. That's how I see that. So, and with that, like I said, I just want to thank Fanon for letting me come on this platform. And I'm excited to hear Fanon do a long video on the breakdown of the Adonis Stevens, the Adonis Stevens and Badu Jack fight, because I know that's coming up this Saturday. You guys ready for that one?
Oh man, don't worry. I'm just gonna steal what Trap House has to say, dog. You might as well go straight to Trap House. I'm just fucking with you. Hey, Trap House, man.
Yeah, man.
You breaking up, brother, real bad. Look, you definitely check out the Trap House. I think is in a gym or something, and that's why he's breaking up. But check out Trap House Boxing on YouTube. You can Urban Media Fix. I think Urban Media Fix is a channel, but he talks about that a lot. For 100%, man, check his dudes out. He comes out with stuff every morning. Very good, very, very insightful boxing channel, man. Very good conversation. So I hope you guys will subscribe to both of these channels. Also, my man Black Fight Fan TV, who was on earlier, and who goes to prove again, man. I'm telling you, the cats do not have some monolithic opinion about boxing. You can't judge 100 damn channels just because you don't like what one person has to say. So, hey, man, much love, man. Thanks a lot, Trap House, man.
Fanon, that's what I got. I got hate today. And people, if they would have been on a live stream with me yesterday, everybody know I was the only guy in there rooting for Vasyl Lomachenko in the live stream yesterday when I was live streaming. So I mean, that just to tell you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell by the way I defended Vasily Lomachenko. I like him. So I'm different. I'm one of the other people who are on there. DCB is another guy who's on Vasily Lomachenko's side. So I mean, we don't all think the same. There's this idea though from people who aren't black, who believe that black people think with one brain, and I've noticed that too. Well, I've noticed that. I've known that before, but they've really been coming on lately. Even on the day where I actually congratulate Vasily Lomachenko, because I don't think he could beat Mikey Garcia, because I think Mike Garcia is too big. They still like, well,
Hey,
you're
Callie.
Lomachenko, yeah.
I gotta wrap it up, man.
Okay, I'm sorry, brother.
It's all right. I gotta head out. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody. Please subscribe to the Cali Enigma Trap House Box. Trap. Yeah, it's still breaking up real bad, man. I appreciate everybody here, man. Trex, man, we'll do it again for sure. I mean, Trap House and my man, Cali Enigma, will do it again. Thanks everybody for stopping by. And I'm out. Peace.